Hey, welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Today we're going to talk about ethics, and we're going to talk about non-negotiables and, what kind of person or business that you want to be based upon the ethics that you bring to it. So, first and foremost, I think and I believe, so my personal view, are that my ethics are non-negotiable. I have started a number of businesses. I have never burned a bridge. I'm still friendly and have relationships with not only the companies that I sold businesses to or the private equity that I sold businesses to, but I'm still friends with many of the executive team that run those businesses still. Many of those people were my right and left hands that now run those companies or have moved on to greater things. And the reason that I have those long-standing relationships is that I am a guy that will stand behind what's right. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm some righteous Boy Scout that doesn't do any wrong or has decisions that might be questionable. But I can tell you that when I'm in the moment and I'm viewing what it is that I'm trying to do, or I'm debating on what it is that I want to do, first and foremost is it right? And is it a fair and reasonable, thing, do whatever it is I'm doing, like, is that something that I feel good about? And while yes, there have been decisions and things that I have done that with hindsight have looked back and said that was probably not the best decision, and I don't mean from a success standpoint, I mean from an ethics standpoint. Like, I kick myself sometimes where I make a decision and I look back and maybe somebody was, perceived me as being an unfair person, but usually I try to make that right. And so the reason I bring this up, in any business that you're doing, you can't compromise on who you are and who you want to be. Now, if you're a snake oil salesperson and you want to be, shady, like, knock yourself out, but probably turn this podcast off because it's probably not going to be for you. But if you're somebody that's looking to stand the test of time and you're looking to have honorable ethics and build something that you're proud of and build something that people, aspire to want to be a part of or at least have a respect for, don't question on your ethics. And as you start to make decisions, don't look for shortcuts that's going to screw somebody in the process. And if you stand behind that, you may make a slower choice at times. But the long haul, the long term, you'll win. I mean, you've heard that old tortoise and the hare, right? The hare gets out of the gate fast and runs, or a rabbit, I guess, for those of you who don't know what a hare is. And the turtle just kind of plugs along and charts the course and stays with it. And I believe that having good ethics, is going to long term prevail over any shortcuts, especially ones that might be questioning who you are. Because I like to sleep at night, even though I'm not very good at it. I like to sleep what I can at night, and the last thing I want to do is start questioning my morals, my judgment, who I am as a person. And I believe that that's something that, my dad taught me early on in my life, which was always take the high road. And I think that kind of goes right into this topic of don't compromise your ethics. Don't compromise what you know is right. Build a business, build a persona of who you are that's genuine, that's authentic, and that isn't afraid to make the right decision, even if it means that it's the long journey for you. Because, like, I know lots of people, and I have even friends that, they've taken a bunch of shortcuts and they've taken a bunch of, questionable routes that, there's some people, there's like some collateral damage that is left behind from these people. And they have scarred relationships from people who, they've burned, and, they can't go talk to those people. Those people won't trust them. Those people talk bad about them. Like, to me, those things are just not things I'm going to negotiate with. And as you're starting out in your journey, especially if you're new and you're starting your first business, or even you're just starting a new business, like, it's very attractive to want to take the shortcut that might question your ethics. However, you will long-term regret that decision. And so you need to stand true to who you are, stick to your guns, and do what's right. And, while you're not going to always make friends and you're going to have people who get burned along the way, as long as your intent is good, as long as you're going into things with the right judgment and you're not trying to, be shady, you're not trying to be questionable, I think you'll end up in a better spot. And so just think about this as you're getting started, because, every day I talk to business owners and I hear it so often that, they're faced with this thing, and this thing, it's going to ultimately burn somebody in the process. Or, I hear it a ton in businesses that have SaaS billing to them, where they talk about, ratcheting up fees so that, nobody notices it, and they just kind of hide stuff. Like, that stuff's going to come back to bite you. And you just have to have good ethics, good morals, be above board as you go into these things, and you'll be happy in the long term as to what the outcome is. So that is my tip for the day, is really be true to who you are. And if you care about your reputation, if you care about feeling good about your decisions, if you feel that those are important things in your life, then don't make your ethics negotiable. And if you don't, you probably didn't make it this far in the video, so it doesn't matter. Good luck to you, and I hope we don't meet in the battlefield of business. So have a good day. Stay true to ethics of who you are. Don't be afraid. Don't compromise your character, and go take over the world, folks.